Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I especially want to say hello to those in my Live Your Best Life Africa group. I am now broadcasting not only onto my personal page, but also to my Live Your Best Life Africa page. So, hello, greetings to all my African brothers and sisters all around the continent. There are nearly 1,500 people that like that page. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And so it is an afternoon. It is 2:30 in Africa, and then it is 9:30 a.m. in the United States. Oh yeah, we're clearly international. So I trust that you'll be blessed. So just to let my African brothers and sisters know what I do at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 2:30 p.m. West Africa time is I go live and I provide motivation, inspiration, biblically based to help you get you started on another incredible week. So it is already the afternoon in parts of Africa. It's definitely afternoon, and it is still morning. So those of you who are in the U.S. and the North American hemisphere, you're getting ready for church. They've probably already been to church, but I want to provide inspiration and give you what God gave me until just like he gave it to me. And whether you're watching it live now, watching it a little bit later, watch it on the replay some other time, or find it on my YouTube channel. I'm everywhere you want to be, and so I'm thankful for the opportunity. So today, oh well, even before I get started, that solo.to/ Julia A. Royston is a one-page website, a link to all of my contact information. So social media, all my websites, and all of my online stores. So you can find my information as well as a couple free downloads. So head there, solo.to/ Julia A. Royston. And good morning. Good morning. Hey, cousin Lisa, how are you, love? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So this is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice. I will sing, maybe, and I will be glad in it. And so today, what we're going to be talking about is coming from Hebrews 11:1, faith for it. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Believe it and see it. And this is not just seeing with these two eyes that are on the front of our face, because some of those things that we see with the front of our face would make us not have faith at all, not believe. The enemy would have you not believe what God has said, but you cannot go by those two eyes right there, or mine four, because I wear glasses. You have to go with the inner eye. You have to go with that spiritual eye, because your faith not has to be number one. Your faith has to be in God. It can't be in your circumstances and things around you. You can't believe, number one, you can't believe everything you hear in the news, because you don't know who's telling the truth, the slant, the bend, the numbers right, whatever is going on. So your faith ultimately has to be in God, his word, your past experience, what he's done for you before, what your fathers of faith taught you. The older I get, the more I'm relying on that. So number one is your faith in God. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. You're hoping for it, but you can't even see it with these natural eyes, whether you got 2 or 4 on your face. But it's all about your faith in God, believing him, believing his word, trusting his word. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Elgina. Yes, it's one of mine too. I'm just going to give you what God says, and I'm going to get on out your way. So number one is faith in God. You got to have it. Right now, we live in what the mothers in my church used to call, and the pastors used to say, peerless times. Well, they was peerless back when I was a little girl, 60s and 70s. Now we're in 2021. Everything has been heightened. So therefore, the ultimate, we love people, we love our friends and family and all that good stuff. But ultimately, number one, our faith has got to be in God. That's where our faith has got to be. And for faith for living, faith for moving, faith for growing, Number one's got to be in God. And then number two, you're going to have a little faith in yourself, because the God that's working in you to do his will and to his good pleasure, it's working all for our good, but he's working through you because his spirit is down in you. So that faith that he puts in from himself to you, it's got to work. So you got to say, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. It's through Christ, but he's going to use my hands and he's going to use my feet. So I'm trusting God, number one. I got faith in God, number one. It's always number one. Then number two, I have faith in myself. Okay, God, if you brought me to it, you're going to bring me through it. God, if you allowed it, if you give me the instructions, I can do it all through you, not on my own strength, not on my own wisdom, not on my own might. Give me the creativity. Because those of you who are creatives, whether you're writers, whether you're in any of the creative arts, whether you do hair, whether you like Miss Elgina, you're sewing, you're creative, he's got to work through you. So you have faith in him, and then he gives you the ability and the faith in yourself. And then you got to have faith and work together. You know, I always say people, I believe it, but they're not doing anything. It's a fantasy then. That's just a fantasy. If you're not doing anything and working toward that, you're not willing to make the sacrifices for that, to learn, to grow, to study, then, that's a fantasy. But it doesn't say you're going to do it perfect, but faith without works is dead, standing alone. I'm just believing, I believe. Well, are you doing anything? Because Psalms tells us, whatsoever a man doeth shall prosper. So what are you doing? Even if it doesn't turn out right, and it's not perfect, don't wait on perfection. But faith and works, they go together. Faith without works is dead, standing alone. You're not doing anything, it's not going to happen. So you got faith in God. God can do anything. But then he's gonna have you do some things. You're going to have to get strength. You got to pull the bootstrap thing and get yourself together and get to doing it. Because I can do all things, but the optimal word is do. Faith and works go together. But this is the caution. Number 4 is the caution. So if you're just joining me, number 1, have faith in God. Number 2, you're going to have faith in yourself. And sometimes people can't give that to you. You have to have an aha moment. You have to have awakening, and you got to have a leap of faith, and you walk by faith and not by sight. Woo, you got to go for it. And then faith and works go together. So even if you're striving and you're stepping out there and it didn't go good first time, that's not the results I thought I was supposed to have. You still got to keep going. You can't stop. Okay. Even if you didn't get what you thought you were supposed to have, you at least started. You're doing better than the person who did nothing. But then number 4, this is the caution that I have for you. You have to have the gift and the grace for it. The Bible clearly tells us comparing ourselves to others is just not wise. So looking over for somebody else who has the gift and the grace for something and saying that I think I can do it, I want to do that, but when you put your hand to it, it didn't quite work out, and you realize, that's harder than I thought. That's harder than I thought. My father always taught us, if human beings can do it, you can do it. And that's true. But you still got to have the gift and the grace for it. I have the grace for writing books, and I can teach you how to do it. And we can probably work through 1 or 2 books. But if you don't love it, if you don't really have a natural gifting, you'll put it down. It will not be something that you stay up like me in the middle of the night to write, and then get up early and then stay up late again. And then when something comes to you, you'll write it down. And you got to make sure that whatever you're having the faith for, that one, it's a part of your natural purpose, gift, and grace. It fits. It may be different. It may be out of your comfort zone. But after you do it, you realize, okay, so this is just another tool in my tool belt. This is just another activity that I learned. And then when I do it, I have the grace for it. I have God's kiss on it. I have his ability on it. He wakes me up in the middle of the night. He gets me up early in the morning. I have the grace for that. He's moving with me, even though I'm like, ugh. He blesses it. He anoints it. Even if nobody else loves it or likes it or enjoyed it or understood it. If we're doing it for him and we're doing it as his instructions, he's pleased with it. So sometimes we have the audience of one we have to please, the gift and the grace for it. I have the gift and the grace for 60 books. You may have the gift for just one, and that's fine. But don't compare your gift and your grace to someone else. Don't try to do something that you know is that's not even really a part of my gifting for. Now, if you've been working and you've been training and God's been moving and he's been speaking to you and you've been moving in little steps, I'm not talking about something you've never done and that doesn't move and doesn't do what you do. I've sang on stages since I was probably 7 or 8 years old. So speaking on platforms such as this is out of my comfort zone. Always is, always will. But it still moves in my main vein. I've been reading since I was 5, 6 years old. My mother read to us every night. But then I had a love of books. Then it was natural for me to be a librarian. Who knew I would be own 2 publishing companies? But it's still in the same vein. It's not like I'm trying to go to the moon and be an astronaut or be a ballerina that I know I don't have the body type or the interest to do. I just appreciate ballet. But I'm not going to do that for myself. So make sure that you have the gifting and the grace. And then you might have to get some professional development, some more skills, some learning, YouTube. But make sure you have the gift and grace for it. Make sure it's not an envious or jealous. And I'm going to do it just because somebody else does it. Because I want to be, because if God has not given you the grace for it, it will not work. You will not see the same results as someone else. I promise you that. He will shut it down and shut it up. Doors will be closed in your face. That's what the grace is. You need God's unmerited favor. You need doors to be open. You need ideas to come in your head. You need to be connected to the right people. And then it looks smooth. And people who have the grace for a thing will make it look easy. It's not necessarily easy. We have the grace for it. So make sure that you have the gift and the grace for whatever you're believing God for. Make sure that you have the desire, the passion, because it's going to get hard. It's not necessarily going to be easy. It's going to be something you love, and then you're willing to make a sacrifice for it. You're making, I get up, I'm half asleep, but I hear voices in my head, and I'm writing 3 fiction books at the same time. So therefore, I hear dialogue from this book, and then that character's talking. Well, I could say, I'm going to stay in bed and sleep. But no, I've got to get it down. That's my passion. That's my grace for it. But it's not necessarily yours. So number 1, faith in God. Number 2, faith in yourself. Number 3, faith and works go together. You got to do the work. I'm sorry. I wish there was another easy way around it, but you got to do the work. Number 4, make sure you have the gift and the grace for it. Your giftings, even if they have to be brushed up and you need some tutoring and training, make sure you have the gift and the grace for it. And then number 5 is that blind faith. That faith that you just even can't see it. He tells you what's going to happen, but you don't know how the door is going to open. You don't know how the way is going to be made, but you can't wait for it to happen. You have to keep moving. You have to take the bits and pieces and the activity that you have now and hone those skills. Iron sharpeneth iron. The online workshop, the online webinar, the free anything that you can afford to get in and learn as much as you possible and hone your skills, because you need that blind faith, because there's something coming down the road. Because sometimes God will tell you you're standing here at A and he'll tell you it's coming at M, but he won't tell you B through L, how you going to get there. You have to keep walking. And they were healed as they went. The man, he put the mud on his eyes. He didn't see right away. He had to go wash. He had to go, there's always an activity that you have to do. And sometimes you may be blinded by, oh my God, how's it going to happen? And how's it going? You can't worry about that part. God's got the plan. God's got the path. And I'm the first one to confess that I do it all the time. Well, where's my next client? Well, what's my next idea? Oh, what's my next workshop? And he gives it to me. He's like, well, you ain't even finished what I told you already. So you have to have that blind faith. But then that blind faith is in number one. It's still the faith in God. I hope that blesses you and helps you along your journey to Lord, increase my faith. Don't let Jesus have to say, oh, ye a little faith. You just need a grain of mustard seed. You don't even have to have no big old faith. Oh, he said a grain, and the mustard seed is the smallest. A grain of mustard seed is all you got to have. And say, well, God, I believe you. I am totally confused. I don't have this is the way I talk to God now. I don't know how y'all talk to him, but I have a reverence and all that, but me and God got it like that. Like, no, I believe you. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you. I worship you. I honor you. You king, you're sovereign, you're holy, you're all I got, and you're all I need. I don't have a clue. So you lead me and guide me and direct me, open up the doors, provide ways for your people so that they can do what they need to do and perform what they need to perform, and help them with encouragement in these uncertain and unprecedented times, but uncertain. Heal, deliver, set free, help us to be comforted as we go through grief. I mean, woo, we need that faith now more than we ever did. Prayer and faith, they go together, and works to go together to keep moving. Because he said, occupy till I come. So he's coming, but we got to occupy until he comes. So I trust that blesses you. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, thank you, love, for being my scribe today. Thank you so much. Hey, Tracy Turner, you're welcome. Hey, Cassandra, how are you, love? Thank you so much, Karen. I appreciate it. You be blessed, you and Pastor, on an excellent day today in ministry. I appreciate it. I really, really, really do. I love everybody. I really do. I do not have any time for anything else but faith, hope, and love. So I'm praying that you all have a phenomenal day. And those that are joining me in Africa on the Live Your Best Life Africa page, God bless you on your week. And it's already the afternoon there. And coming up at 3 p.m. West Africa time is Live Your Best Life on RegiaRadio.com. Yes, I am on Regia Radio there in Nigeria and West Africa, but I speak to the entire continent of Africa, and I pray God's blessings over each and every one of you. And thank you for those of you who are going to join me, that are joining me live, as well as those that are going to be joining on the replay. Also, simultaneously, Live Your Best Life on envision-radio.com. On Regia Radio, first Pastor David L. and First Lady Linda Smith are on RegiaRadio.com. And then on Live Your Best Life and Vision-Radio is my guest, Minister Dave Deal. And be sure, and you can either listen through the website, Simple Radio app, Audacity, Tuner, MyTuner Radio, Radio.Garden, Get Me Radio, Media U, or download our free app on Google Play Store. Hopefully the iTunes version will be coming down soon, but for right now, we're on the Google Play Store. I'm Android, so I'm good. But you can always listen at any of the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 apps, and we're super excited about that. Coming up tomorrow on August 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to have a one-night educational summit, the homeschool edition. And I'm so excited to be with Miss Alfrea Riley Moore, who's going to be talking about the melanated homeschoolology. And she does have a show on envision-radio.com. We'll be talking about that as well. But as well, even though we're going back into the school building, there's still some things that we're still going to have to be doing in the home, and some have opted to be homeschoolers. So we're going to be talking all about that. Join us tomorrow, August 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then if you have a book and you are ready to take it to the next level, go to beabookbusinessboss.com. That's a free download from me. from author to entrepreneur, as well as more information in regards to turning your book into a business. This is primarily for nonfiction authors who really want to take their book to speaking and coaching. The next class starts September 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So a lot going on this week. If you're in the Cincinnati area, I'm going to be in Cincinnati on Friday evening. Look for that post on my social media. So if you're in the Cincinnati area, I'll be in your neck of the woods on Friday evening at 7:30 for a Black Book Fair there in Cincinnati. More information is on my social media. So I'm super excited. I'm staying on the move till they close down the world or it gets too dangerous for me to travel. Me and Mr. Royston are definitely on the move. That's what we plan for. That's why I retired from my regular job, so I can have my feet in the street and be online and all that good stuff. So I love you all. I'm going to jump off here so you can get on envision-radio.com and listen to Live Your Best Life, as well as Regia Radio, RegiaRadio.com in Africa. So you all be blessed and have an awesome week. Hey, good morning. And you have a wonderful day too. Hey, there's all my Fab Five sisters is in the house, and I'm so excited. So be sure, go to solo.to/Julia A. Royston for all my contact information, as well as a couple free downloads. So be sure and jump in. My online stores are there. If you need children's books, I got those there, and adult books and business books as well. I'm looking forward to releasing Building the Dream Team within the next week in September. September is going to be a busy month, and I'm looking forward to it, as well as the remainder of the year. You be blessed. Have an awesome week, and know today, tomorrow, and always that I pray that you live your best life. Love you. Bye-bye.